especially if I'm like staying somewhere strange to me and something is about to happen, like a meeting or a project or a journey. I keep falling in and out of sleep, and dreams and reality and the immediate environment sort of become what I call reality warps. They sort of cut up and exchange, and there's much interplay and hybrid between them. I'm not sure if they're abstract or... Oh, one of them looks like it's a sculpture of a carp or a goldfish.
And a turtle.
And a, what's it? I don't know, a dugong or a seal or a bird. Something with wings or fin... Oh, there's a bird and there's also a... It looks like a... I don't know what that is. Those strange little wings.
A flying fish?
Maybe.
People are throwing money at it.
Excuse me, can I get a sign, please?
Oh.
Yeah, just before I didn't get it, so... Thanks.
Your name is?
It's hard to pronounce your names, but... Yeah, Uni.
Uni?
Yeah, you could just say UNI.
U-N-I.
Yeah.
Maybe you should tell them you have a show in Seoul.
There will be an exhibition in Seoul. I'll be in and around Seoul until the end of October. Seoul, the city. Seoul, the capital. Same region.
You mean the Seoul?
Seoul.
The town, Seoul, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Yeah, Seoul. Seoul in which area?
Various areas. It'll be through Kim Gallery. If you look them up online. There'll be a festival called Douglasism about me, very much about me. And there'll be various events, various places, by myself and with other people.
Okay, thanks.
The remainder of smoke screen, performing sentry duty patrol tasks. Protectively sheltering smoke screen is Hideout Sanctuary Safe House, drop-in centre refuge, where like-minded smoke signals find safety in numbers. Itinerant courier messenger homing pigeon smoke signals are dispatched from smoke screen.
알고 있었어요. 물어봤어요. 그러니까 왜냐면 우리 계속 할 거니까 알고 있어요. 다음번에는 이거
Ah, fantastic, yeah.
Oh, these are the photos.
Yes.
Okay.
But these are just photocopies because the original is on the way.
Okay,
Yes.
fantastic. Very good.
Do you have your backpack downstairs? So
Yes.
you can put them in the backpack.
And like Paris was like France was underwater, and I saw this like frozen like lake with like a wooden catwalk someone had built, and a house, a farmhouse where you know the roof of which was like above water, and a strange familiar or lycanthrope scuttling across frozen water, like a creature that looked, it was indeterminate what kind of creature it was, and like in the process of turning into or becoming some other creature. But what you described sounded a bit like Hakusai.
Okay. Going to do it again?
It's just ducking up.
Okay.
Just underneath where my finger is. It's very much either in colouring or if it's an older crab. Yeah, the sediment or whatever has. It's just ducking away back into the, probably because we're here. You can see little fragments of lighter crabs' claws and their bits of their shells where they've died or predators have killed them. It's just there.
Actually more.
Just almost out of sight. Yeah, I think she is going to try swimming back here. And also, I mean, those rocks actually look as if they're like slippery. When does I become an artist?
Yes.
Well, I suppose as far back as the early 1980s, when I was about, I don't know, 10 or 11, I developed what probably never really went beyond a nostalgic or escapist interest in art history. And there were attempts at making art. But in terms of my present, I suppose, semi or almost or non-career, that strange, odd enough, dates sort of, you might say, began around like the year 2000, just after whatever it was I'd ever deluded myself or deceived others that I did. I have long since given up on that. I had always written. And I mean, I do have a track record of things dating back, strange enough, to my teens and late 1980s. Though, as well as because of external circumstances, or if things fell through, there was a tendency to give up or not go ahead with things. It varied. But I suppose around the year 2000, when I had sort of like nothing to lose, certain opportunities came up. I mean, I'd been involved in the social side of, especially the London art scene, or and of course was involved in a lot of support work in connection with that. I suppose originally around then, for instance, the 4 texts that I related to things I'd been thinking about much when I was given this opportunity, that I suppose finalised or perfected for a number of Clementine Delis's metronome, The Bastard Magnetic Speech, which is the only number of metronome not to try to resemble some publication or ephemera from some time in history that ties in some way with the theme or the places relating to it. They were all unfinished business from visual art I had done in one way or other, and perhaps in 4 different ways, generating some kind of more prosaic but still very material or very visual, I suppose, written art or literary prose. And there often is a lot of reuse of existing ideas or works, or sometimes even things I have already done, recontextualised. Looks as though it's going to start swimming ashore, which I don't think will hopefully will not take it's not a phenomenally long distance. It's strange. I mean, I've never seen a device of that size. Normally, it'd be like a handheld. It's like the interface between the old monitor. It's both like a monitor and also a camera in itself. But I've never seen a device of that size as a camera. It would seem like something in a dream sequence. Had you seen that, say, maybe just, 10 or 15 years ago, this image, this here now, or footage, still or moving imagery of this, you wonder if they themselves are working on some sort of equivalent of Mr. Park, Les Vacances de Monsieur Park. Oh no! Look at the contents of this, a state-of-the-art camera. you know, you wonder what else we will actually, you know, every time we're out filming, enacting and filming scenarios, what else will, you know, we will see or will just happen around us. You could almost imagine sort of endless processions of revellers here. Like a more popular version of that painting by Rousseau, After the Carnival, of two lovers still in fancy dress. And several people have said you always got a strange feeling that that dark shed in the background has got somebody in there.
Shall we go?
It's interesting that sort of like exchange, it looks like an exchange between those two lighthouse beacons. One of them is red all over, the actual tower seems to be red. The other one has a green flashing light. Have you ever been inside a lighthouse? It's very, I've only seen photos. It's very dreamlike, but it's a bit like being in a nautical environment, like around air. When you get up close, it just does not seem real. And otherwise, it's something quite ordinary and functional, and it would otherwise be banal. But it's not.
So try like a you know, like a muscle model.
Yes.
To do, maybe, but then you can yes.
Yes.
Sir?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
here down like this. No, let it go. Yes.
Yes.
And then turn a little.
Yes.
Yes. A little up. Yes.
Probably U J
J
T
U
T
J
J
U
U
뭐요?
J U
H Y
H
H Y
A.
H
A
No H 발음이 안 좋은가 봐.
two
J U
so T
J U
J
Yes J
J
U
U
H
H
Yes
H
Yes H yes Y
Y
yes U N G
N
yeah G
G
yes you're right.
Jehyun
Yeah
Jehyun as in perambulation, a thing for the
Yeah, like ambulance.
transportation and
Perambulate.
movement
Like an
of
ambulance.
carting about of infants.
How did you get here? How did you get to the hospital? Perambulate.
What, in a pram?
I'm Amy.
Hello. A-M-Y.
Yeah.
And the rest of your name?
Nice.
Oh, to Amy. Oh, sorry, Amy.
H-U-A-N-G.
H-U-A-N-G.
Thank you very much.
Can you check it here? On the,
So where am I standing to the right place, right proximity?
There's here's the wall with the screen, and
Yes.
here will be between.
Between.
Between, what do you say? Showcase.
Glass, I know, between.
An aquarium with goldfish inside, and you will talk to them.
Will they listen, or will there be some kind of dialogue?
Wait a minute.
Or with two. Hey, your name is? H-A-N. Hannah. If in accordance with my changing tastes I have turned attached to my train or cast far from me, those unthrown tiles.
Yeah.
I was concerned about that little lizard I just suddenly saw on the pavement.
Concerned?
Well, just in case somebody stepped on that lizard, or I did not see any others. Cel Crabeels.
And then both of them send each other.
I'll just see how audible and clear this is. Yeah. Yes? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Is this audible? Is this clear? Is this
파란색 남자.
Oh, amphitheatre, arena. There are many pieces of basalt rock in Jeju Island. Traditionally, small basalt rocks has been used as materials, making the rock fence or the wall that protects the house and garden from a strong wind blowing from the coastal sea and the intruder in Jeju Island. People of long ago have wished their and their families good health and well-being, making a mound of stones or a basalt rock fence around the huge stone or the old tree that are holding some typical legends. The place of Keonyeon has been bearing the typical legend that you make come true your wishes if you praise your wishes, putting a small basalt rock on the mound of stones in this place. You think that would be a good vantage point if I stood on that rock?
I think so, yeah.
Well, as long as I don't fall off.
But it seems to be the hotspot for the tourists to do so.
What, to stand there or to fall off or boast?
And get pictures taken and...
Well, another thing is there also might be people, from an ethical point of view, there might be people keen to stand on that, you know, to pose for, you know, snapshots. I was just thinking from that point of view, in the background.
So as a big cliche, of course.
Yes, so maybe if I was over there, I will just walk around.
Okay.
Crystal clear to me. So, whereabouts do you think I should consider standing? On the rock with the side, actually on the rock. Yes. Right.
아 잠깐 내가 줘. 하나, 둘, 셋. 안 됐다, 안 되네. 포기해. 그냥
Faraway visions, poised at opposite ends apart. Both attract and pull the other towards them. Each one chooses their equivalent. Vast distances crossed, approaching, drawn near. Almost touching before head-on collision and locked antler horns. Eclipse, register, reaction, and hybrid follows impact. Meeting place splits up, sending features off to where these fresh additions originally left. New mutant lands breed, not calm or fixed ever again. Chambers, suites and cells become open-ended, slot together, constantly sliding along. Corridors and tunnels divide, making enclosures and privacy. Rearrangement and transfer never ends. Travelator conveyor belt assembly line supports and drives indoor rivers, roads, public footpaths, airport runways and landing strips which cut through. Lost, buried, all at sea. Lifesaver, death trap, coast guard, decoy awaits. Namely, driftwood, attractive, magnetic, adhesive, glue absorbent sponge.
정말 진짜 거 알아?
Target, luring many times over, much more of the very same. To join what's already there as extra contributory additions. Plans change, replaced, forgotten, lost, nothing stays behind. Embroidered confectionery, cake icing, jewellery mosaic, illuminated manuscript, coach and cabinet work, cosmetic makeup and stained glass window gardening grows upon rusty, fading, burnt, worn out and dull, yet wholesome bolts, wiring and scaffold. Waves open and shut, often at high and fast rates. Fresh spring and other water features flow onwards, never running dry. Incidental, sideshow and decoy. Uncompulsory, optional extra. Aviary cages and aquarium tanks cram full with every known species of cloud and ghost, held safely under lock and key. Inmates never quite merge or fuse, but often avoid and resist each other, even clashing. And your name is? Two?
Zhu Yang.
Your name is?
Zhu Yang.
T?
D-O-O.
T-O-O.
D-D.
D.
B.
D-D. D.
손이 그래요.
D.
예.
Yes.
D.
O-O.
D-O-O.
Yes. Y. O.
UN.
U.
Oh, U.
No. Yes. Right. Correct.
D. With is that an O or a Y? An O or a U?
O. Next O is U.
Next O. The next to Duyo. Or your name is Du
NG?
D-O-O-Y-O-U-N-G.
N
G.
G. Duyong.
Okay.
From Douglas Park.
Thank you.
maybe it's a lamp house or a torch house.
What's the difference?
Well, if it's not, you know, it's a small lighthouse, and it's near, it's not far from the land.
I don't think that people could go in. It's a remote control.
Over the loudspeakers.
Yeah.
It's quite strange to have it in an environment like this. And the fact, you know, you'd think people would be appreciating the sound or the silence or the tranquility of nature, or the sound of water, or maybe if there's any like ships or boats.
Do you think this music could be a kind of service for these people?
Oh, it's beneficial.
Yeah, but it's a really strange idea.
It doesn't work in itself because of the surrounding ambience, and it also intrudes upon.
It's really not understandable.
It's not the right place or context or usage of it.
Yeah, so this national employees, what they think is really strange.
We are advised against going in there. But it actually looks, in many ways, quite, just the path itself looks more beautiful and attractive. But
Comes back like that.
yes. Oh, I see.
es war Schlag 1000. Da müsste aufpassen, den Spieler dann selbst den Ball zu holen. Aber Peter Vollmann ist insgesamt ein
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but there is an artist who makes work at the bottom of the sea. I mean, he does show in Belgium. This Northern Irish artist lives in Nantes, Niall Beggs, who makes work about climbing mountains or high-rise buildings or gallery walls. But somebody once wanted him to collaborate with I think a French artist, who only ever places works underwater.
Ah, I know you mean.
But I can't remember the man's name.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Of course, there is football.
Death trap, coast guard, decoy, awaits. Namely, driftwood, attractive, magnetic, adhesive, glue absorbent sponge. Target, luring many times over, much more of the very same, to join what's already there, as extra contributory additions. Contraband, freight, cargo, washed ashore, crash landing, high and dry, stranded. Upon delivery and arrival, anchor cast, mooring found, roots laid, foundations planted. There follows widespread growth, breeding, multiplication and takeover. Alpine rockery and topiary bonsai jungle mutually fuel and reinforce each other. Assembly kit form self-build scheme enacts instruction manual. Unused off-cast spare ribs brokered basket woven into ramshackle and makeshift, clinker-built, shipwreck, life raft, chalet, settlement. Log, cabin, flame-proof bonfire. Spun cable links everywhere together. Constant tightrope catwalk suspension bridge. Step ladder, staircase. Implant, armature, exoskeleton scaffolding, dry stone wall, stepping stones, balancing act. Somehow or other, belonging and function simply happens, where and however they were always destined to end up. As much component units alone by themselves as members of vast, complex mass. Any single spare part moved away or taken out forces all the rest to collapse, domino topple, and chain react. Shifting just one fixture shall pull and knock the others out of place. The entire lot dislodged and fallen apart. Mortise, hinge, multiple jointed, marionette, puppet doll, population become the outpatient and resident inmate menagerie and crew that nest and blossom on and around treehouse and roof garden, built up afforestation and overgrown settlement. Penthouse suites face the view of all below them, underneath as well, then far beyond from there. Window bombs, convoy pack, armada, herd, squadron, swarm, parade, flock, team, shoal, regimentally patrols along, carnival float, balcony, veranda, terrace.
Sorry.
Fuck. Well, that's probably the best footage you've actually got all our time in Jeju.
Whoa!
So, let us go then, you and I, like patient etherised upon a table. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yes. Might be an idea. That's probably the source of the thing. That's like some whimsy I've often come up with, but the actual source of the oceans is actually something very physically small and trivial and banal in the artificial inland world.
Stay.
Yes. Oh yes, just stay here to get even more of the same, yes.
I think. Whoa!
Bollocks! Oh come on, look, Cel, let's just get out of here. I mean,
No,
come on.
performance-
Leave now while the going's good.
No, performance is a hard thing to do.
I may be into performance art, but I'm not into like the Rice Proben or kamikaze suicide missions. Come on, be realistic. Come on, let's just get out of here. Come on, even that Mexican family was stand.
It's post typhoon reading.
Yeah. Oh, I see. You think we should really take in the real typhoon experience, including like danger and injury and death. Certain smoke signals take it in turn and are selected for guarding the remainder of smoke screen, performing sentry duty patrol tasks. Protectively sheltering smokescreen is hideout sanctuary safe house, drop-in centre refuge, where like-minded smoke signals find safety in numbers. Itinerant courier messenger homing pigeon smoke signals are dispatched from smoke screen, sent out on their assigned missions. Centralised smoke screen is head office base, reported back to by secret agent smoke signals, returning laden with bindings of news, plunder and bounty to deliver, and receive further such briefings. There was even a statement, I think, in the early 90s, the fiction is over. Because it makes you think of a lot of historical experimental cinema, almost still images, but with soundtracks, especially if they're spoken out of keeping with like situationism or the cut-up movies of Butters and Geesin.
Yeah. One of my favourites.
Which is doubly disagreeable because at the lead-in to Tower's open fire, there's Burroughs' face, like he's posing for a portrait. He's not actually, it's not a still image of him. And there's him recounting what he was told as a young man about Negroes.
You remember what he was told about Negroes?
Basically that you don't have anything to do with them, and you will grow out of it, we all do. That's what he was told by presumably some elder or in his family or some authority figure. Oh, look, there's more. Look, there's a fire escape.
Okay.
I'll just go up here.
Have a look, yeah.
And then we can all have a smoke because it's nothing in Babylon. It is happening all over the world. Oh, it's all about New York.
Is it?
Oh, kiss me, you poor little faggot. You know, it's like, we've now got, like, do you know what I fucking mean? We've got a rooftop now.
Okay.
Yeah, but...
Is it stable?
Yes. But now that we've got it...
Oh, this is like a...
What the fucking hell are we at? It sounds a bit like British about it. Now that we've got it, what the fucking hell are we actually going to do with all this?
Enjoy the view.
Yeah. Oh, the view, yeah, like other buildings, yeah. Check out the detail, man, the skylines. Yeah, it's all fucking, really fucking happening, isn't it?
It is happening in Seoul, yeah. But you're having a smoke, so you're not.
Seoul looks like they are actually serving some kind of purpose unto themselves or some wider scheme of things. But what the fucking hell is that? What is the fucking purpose? I mean, what is the main industry in Seoul? I mean, Jeju Island was like, okay, that ties in with local or maybe to some extent international tourism, but what exactly is all this all about?
Okay. C. Where's C? Where's the C? Cel Crabeels, yeah.
What, like, so...
Yeah, from Douglas for Cel Crabeels. From me, thank you. Yes.
That's me writing my name in reverse.
Okay. E. E. Yeah.
But because Gordon Brown had let us down into a big recession.
Okay.
And my party went, etc., etc. But my party, the public went and voted, but my party came in third. So I was left hanging around like unwanted turd. And then I got this phone call from David Cameron. He said, there's just one condition behind this coalition. You've got to bend over, spread your cheeks apart and spread. I mulled it over carefully and this is what I said. Go on then, just this once, use my arsehole as a cunt. Use my arse, use my arse, use my arsehole, use my arse. Go on then, just this once, use my arsehole as a cunt. Use my arse, use my arse, use my arsehole, use my arse. I started feeling guilty, as though I'd sold my soul, as one by one my policies got shafted up my hole.
Oh.
Well, at least I'm not the only one getting shafted if I'm charging student fees, you know, like going back on our election fees. But yeah, anyway, you wanted to enforce and inflict.
Yes.
What I wrote about. No holds barred. Few bars held. Armoured shuttling retract. Main entrances open. Blinds rise up. Endless surface broken. Cut, split. Separate panelling units don't quite meet, touch or join, but miss target instead. None match or belong together either. Theatre curtains draw apart and lift upwards. Changing screens draw apart and lift upwards. Changing screens fold up before being put aside. Well kept, under wraps, hidden secret awaits unveiling. Eventually drapery comes away. All this time, lone starlet patiently waited behind these covers. Her long overdue stage debut commences. At last, emphatically presented, spotlit, shown off. Surrounding her, decisive yet firm helping hands ensure partial raincoat relief. Undone top, bra adjustment. Short skirt hitching up and downwardly guided panties. Lacy silk rolled around her jackboot clad ankles. Got ready. Full preparation. Ideal arrangement. Securely held in place. Made exposed. On special offer. User friendly. She and her audience face each other. Both parties gaze unmissably felt. Only options she has now are surrender, acceptance, cooperation and obedience to what's coming. she bravely puts herself into the act. To be continued later, subject to availability and other conditions allowing. Meanwhile, underfoot, close-up range reveals overlooked and inaccessible narrow gaps through which brief glimpses flash and entire views linger of wherever lies beyond. Advancing further ahead is preventatively blocked, though welcome invitations to attempt seem more like provocative challenges, even if permissions granted. When such deal is done, any stay or visit will be fleeting or terminally long-term. Policy enforcement shuts out stray lounge grand feral, while domesticated indoor wilderness gets locked in. Skylight, sunroof, trapdoor hatch dispenses crude deposits of raw, foul and unprocessed reject waste matter. Surplus excess produce, dumped, left in storage, pending disposal, unless displayed for wholesale and retail. Before they even settle, each edition implodes. Their next arrivals consume the others, themselves corroding away. After shrinkage and reduction, surviving residue sinks deep underground, buried far below, firmly planted, taking root. Elsewhere, some identical place sports the same features. Magnetic report attracts and catches faint stains. Dryness comes about fast. No sooner set, hard and fixed, than another mark lands on top. Constant turnover multiplies, stockpiled. Mal never decreases. Eventually, ghost, cloud, column, pillar, capital high-rise tower grows until exceeding any reach. Finally, past mountains and sky. Missed delivery brings suspect package to the wrong address. Removal, dismantling, and assembly of mystery contents, according to instructions followed, builds fresh and alive settlements.